I believe the biggest indicator in an internet department or an internet salesperson's success is in their shown appointment rate. Every day I walk into dealerships and they have a very good set appointment rate, yet their shown appointment rate suffers. What is your conversion rate? Is it where you want it to be? The question, how do I get more consumers to show up for appointments? That's the million-dollar question. The answer, I believe, is simple. We need to start setting the appointments on the consumer's terms and not our terms. If I were to ask you this question, an appointment tomorrow that you set and the customer doesn't show up for, or one set for 2 weeks from today where they show and buy the car, you'd prefer the buyer for sure. Now, we talked earlier about the buying cycle, and we understand that the seller on average is about 41 days away from purchase. How effective is the today-tomorrow appointment setting strategy knowing that consumer is 41 days on average from pulling the trigger? So to get more engagement and to get more consumers into your dealership for shown appointments, I believe in a strategy like this. Scott, is it absolutely necessary for you to come here and test drive the vehicle, or would you prefer to do the whole transaction via phone, fax, and email?
Oh boy, I don't know. $50,000 car, I think I've got to drive it and touch it and feel it.
Well, super. Setting an appointment with me is very easy. You'll get to drive multiple vehicles back to back, and that appointment, Scott, is with me. So do you get a day off during the week?
I do. I get Saturdays and Sundays off.
Great. So would you prefer to test drive the vehicle on one of your days off, or would you prefer to come in the evening after work one day?
Yeah, the weekend would work best.
Great, the weekend. Were you thinking this weekend, Scott?
It's got to be next month. It can't be this month.
Okay, great. Were you thinking earlier in the month or later in the month?
Earlier in the month does work.
Great. So the weekend of the 3rd, Scott, or the weekend of the 10th?
The Saturday, the 3rd would work.
Saturday, great. Now, are you guys a morning family or an afternoon family?
Mornings, baseball, football, little league, pee-wee football, you know how that works. Afternoon works best.
Afternoon. So I've got a 1 o'clock, Scott, or a 3:30. Which works best for you?
Let's play it safe and do the 3:30.
Great. So Saturday, the 3rd at 3:30. So I let the consumer walk himself right into the test drive conversation. And then I implemented a strategy called alternative of choice, where that consumer was walked down a path of options, which they chose and they will now own. If you want to get more shown appointments into your dealership, allow them to enter that test drive conversation on their own. Let them choose through alternative of choice and own that appointment. And if you do, you will see your shown appointment rate go up. And in this business, that's everything.